Alright, hello exiles. Thought I'd do a quicker one today. This is just going to be very brief. I'm seeing a lot of videos about people with their strategies for the Metamorph League of making currency, things like that. This one is pretty straightforward. There is no huge crazy strategy to making early currency. It really just cycles around delving. And there's a specific strategy which I usually do in Delve, which you can start as soon as you get to mapping. You can do the Einhart quest lines, or Einhart maps, and once you've collected sulfite, then you're pretty much just you just need to start delving. Specifically when you delve, you'll see here, this is a great example actually of my delve map. This was from my Blight League. Basically what I did was at about 105 I just kept pressing down. Now in this process I basically maxed out my character so that I had huge amounts of life regen, things like that. You can get that pretty early up, and as long as you max out your darkness resistances in Delve, you can pretty much walk around in the dark unhindered. And what you're really looking for are fossils. And the best way to do that is by backtracking things. So you might do this node here, go down here, and there might be these little crevices in between here, and you just basically walk back up and you collect whatever is in there. And not more than often you're going to find there's usually some fossils. Now the reason why we're going to want to look for fossils, and what are they called again? I'll just go into here, just have a look at them. And resonators, fossils and resonators. The reason why is obviously resonators are quite expensive if we look at it from an azurite cost, and when you're delving, you don't want to waste your azurite on resonators. You want to waste your azurite on upgrading your ability to delve further. Now I do right now have some stuff in here, but basically all I'm really doing is going through and selling fossils. And in early league, while people are crafting, usually what you'll find is, if you get 10 really basic drops, you might be able to sell these frigids. And if we pull the market across here, this is our little market screen here, frigid fossils are 1 chaos each. So say, you're going to have a few drop at once, and if you don't have a few, you'll have at least one. And then, say you farm delve for a little bit, and at the earlier levels, you're not going to be, as long as the first thing I usually do is just upgrade my ability to hold sulfite, and then basically you're just going to farm fossils and sell fossils constantly. That's a blighted map that's selling for 50 chaos. Yeah, so that's pretty much the strategy of making currency. Now I remember being in the Discord at one point for Path of Exile, and guys in there were saying delving, they're making 200 chaos an hour in early league, depending on where they're delving, and and that's not with a fully spec'd out character. And that's really all you need to do to make early currency. Now there are plenty of ways of making huge currency, and we're talking about crafting gear and all sorts of shit, drops and whatever. And as you can see here, I've got stuff going for a couple chaos through to exalts, depending on what the rolls are, things like that. But realistically, if you're if you're starting in a new league and you need to make currency quick to get the gear that you need to get to those higher tiers so that you can farm, in the case of this league will be like the jewels that you can, or the gems that you can socket into the map and whatever, then the best way to do that is going to be delving. And there's plenty of strategy guides on YouTube as well. A whole heap of different people have different ways to delve. If you look at PoE Ninja, you'll actually be able to look at the builds that people were using, and you'll be able to look up specifically the guys that were delving and things like that. There are specific builds that work quite well. Necromancers are not as great for delving. Definitely jugs are there we go. You've got a cyclone jug that's made it down to delve 1861. This will show you some pretty awesome builds. He's only got 5k health. They're basically just a god build. That's pretty much all there is to it. And so to get an idea of what we're looking at as far as selling fossils, there's not a very big sort of pool of, you know, what you would sell, and that's another good thing, because it means the fossils that do drop, you know, unless you're getting these crappy last three, you're going to make at least one chaos, and anywhere up to, in this case, 159 chaos for fraction fossils. Now, you're not going to get these higher tier ones drop, but you definitely might get these prismatic and perfect fossils. Say you get 10 of these, you've already made 70 chaos. Like, and enchanted fossils, 9 chaos, gilded fossils, you know, and these are gonna start dropping at like the 150 mark, you know, serrated fossils, things like that. And you know, you're looking at 14 chaos, and this is at the end of a league, so you imagine when the league start is, these are worth much more as the market changes. And what you find is, ever since, this is what I've found, ever since the market moved into having PoE available to the Korean market, there are a lot of people that farm these things, craft gear out of these things, and there's a lot more volume of people that are doing this now. Normally I find I'm selling to someone from Korea or something like that who has a specific strategy, you know, which is predominantly used by people who, you know, run, I guess, farming guilds and whatnot over there. Like, there's just, and that's just pointing out one example of the market that I've been selling to, you know, in the course of delving at the league start for Blight. So definitely delving is where you're going to make your money. Most guides will have all these other strategies and whatnot. You can sell currency early. I would say liquidating exalts as soon as you get them. That'll also help you get gear sooner. Pretty much, yeah, this is going to be the easiest way to level up. You should be able to get to delves in the first, you know, it only takes like, what, 6-7 hours to get to end game. That's a slow playthrough. So, you know, you should be able to get the delves pretty quickly. And once you get to delving, you know, you're going to make cash. And yeah, that's pretty much all I need to put together for this video. So yeah, step 1, get to a level where you're sufficiently competent in doing at least basic delves. Step 2, backtrack through your way through the delves, and you know, collect all the little, you know, go through all the crevices and everything at the lower levels, collect all the fossils you can. Step 3, put them on PoE trade and watch the profits fly. Step 4, buy better gear, delve lower. And then step 5, make sick bank in delve, because delve is fucking awesome, and that's where you're gonna make your cash. Anyway, if you like this video, if this is helpful, if this sort of cuts the bullshit out, then like and sub. And yeah, I'll probably be posting up a quick, you know, my, you know, maybe 5 favorite builds or whatnot, or five good league starter builds to get people started. I'll make sure it's beginner friendly as well. But yeah, until next time, thanks for watching.